Welcome everybody, tractorchute here for Team Game Monday time. Monday nights on the agenda here. We're going to get ourselves a 2 versus 2 with our favorite theme song, people in Banyo and Sage. Banyo and Sage, one is insane. That's not how it goes. Anyways, I can't remember the song. Banyo and Sage have submitted another great replay for us. In the upper right hand corner, playing for Team ZBIM is Shaldor. It sounds like Harry Potter. Anyways, in the upper middle, I guess, will be his partner. Also playing for ZBIM is Pinpin. I like that name. In the bottom middle of the map will be the man we've come to know and love playing as Zerg. It is Banyo and his partner, who we had to save his arse the last time we seen these two. It is Sage for GyTm these boys go for. Here we go. They're already chasing that probe down from the other team. There's ZBIM. Both of them scouting both on each side of the map here. They're all getting chased in and out of the bases, round and round in circles, having a lot of fun. Let's slow us down so I can keep up with the damn action here. Sage is chasing him down. Banyo's chasing him down in Sage's base. Banyo looks like he's trying to get a full wall off there. I think he's trying to build something there. He got bored. He's going to stand there. There we go. Cybercore will get that nice, sweet-looking wall off there. We'll go up to the other end. He's looking to do the exact same thing there. Yes, that is the same wall. It is very odd, I found, when people do the same things when it's an odd wall like that. Fair enough. I usually just not used to seeing a gateway / cybercore walling off the main ramp. But either way, here it does look like Sage is now being chased around the map by Pinpin. Very good done there by Pinpin. And Shaldor for Harry Potter up at the very top is just going to stand there and do a little bit of mining before he determines what he's going to go. But it does look like he's already spitting out a unit. Let's check out some APM just to entertain ourselves. Wow, these are actually pretty decent if you ask me. I'm actually a little bit surprised they're that high and very impressed at the same time. So congrats to you guys right around that 50 mark. Except for our good man Banyo. He likes to keep it down low on the lowdown. Down at 33. We'll take a look at our production tab here and get a little bit of timing of what's going to happen here. Roach Warren already going up for Pinpin. So very impressive getting that early Roach Warren. Definitely looking to get maybe some early Roach pressure. As he's not going for dogs there. Does put the Zealot there. Does Shaldor to wall that off there. And we do have 3 gateways on the way here as well for Sage. So wow, he is really getting macro heavy. Very well done by Sage. Pounding those out of there. I would imagine he's going to expand fairly quickly, or maybe he's just going to ride this 1 base 4 gate and see what can happen. There he goes, warping out that warp gate technology. Very well done there. Did elect to go hatch after the spawning pool. Did Banyo, so not very good choice there. And up here it does look like he's got the Roach Warren. And are we going to see some roaches pumping out? There's a roach, first roach ready to hit the battlefield now. At the other end there, it does look like Shaldor has himself a 4 gate as well here. So going pretty standard here at the 2 Protoss with 4 gate. And the big difference is the fact that Banyo's electing to go with an early Expo and Pinpin's electing to go with the Roach Warren to start the game off here. He is riding that on 1 gas, which is very pliable when you're going to a Roach build there. At the other end here, let's see if we can determine what Banyo's going to elect to do. He is actually going with an Evo Chamber, so fairly interesting choice there. Definitely going with a heavy upgrade game. I do like to see that. Does look like he's still running around the map here. Not entirely sure why Sage is continuing to run this around the map. Maybe he's bored. Oh, he had a dog. Sorry, he had a dog by Banyo chasing him down there. So very well done. Good teamwork there. Overlord for Pinpin is in a very good position there, just sitting right outside the base of Sage. If we look up here at the same time, we do have Banyo's Overlord at the other end doing the exact same thing. A little bit of a mirror image of each other. There we go. Got some roaches on the field here. Let's get that unit tab out as the unit tab. And anyways, we do have a robo facility coming out and the mothership core and the upgrade for better ball boost and the melee for Banyo. So wow, lots of upgrades happening by both these teams here. Look at that, 12 roaches on the field already for Pinpin. So very heavy into that roach build. Only 1 Zealot and 1 Sentry as far as Sage goes. Could be a little bit of trouble here for these guys here, as they are really down in army. Look at the stalker count as well. 6 stalkers coming across the map here. So this is going to be a very big push, and the 1 Zealot at the same time here. So we can macro these obviously very well with the dogs there, so we will be able to kill them quite quickly here. Now they know what's coming. I got a good feeling this expansion is going to be lost for Banyo, which will suck, because I don't think they have the units to protect this. It does look like we're going to see some good early pressure. He's doing creep spread at the same time. So very well done. Pinpin's going to follow him up the ramp here. I would have to imagine Shaldor was going to stay at the bottom and finish off that Expo. He did try and get down 2 spine crawlers, realized that cancels them both. Very smart there. There he goes. He's in there doing a lot of damage there. Should get a lot of kills there. Has some dogs chasing down. Should be able to wear those dogs down fairly quickly there. So very good move by him there. There he is, continuing to beat down the base at the bottom here. I would have to imagine he will finish that off. So this could be very big trouble. Are going to take that queen down quite easily since everybody in the base. Now what they're going to like to do, I would have to imagine, take out the spawning pool exactly to prevent him from getting dogs. Same time he is going for the hatchery of Banyo too. Did not take out this bottom expansion. Very, very surprising. Really really putting the pressure on. There goes the spawning pool. Banyo's basically done right now. He can't really build any dogs, can't build any units. Mothership Core does come over, puts the Time Warp under, still sending more units in his Pinpin. Sage is finally coming over, does have an Immortal on the field. That Immortal can be a game changer. On the move command, that's big, really sucked there for Shaldor there. He does end up losing all those Stalkers there. There they go trying to get up the map there. He does have a very good force field around his units. They're very smart by Sage, so very good engagement for Sage. Like to see the micro so far, but at the same time, they're not out of the woods. He's basically taking out the main base, and they might regret not taking this expansion out here, as they are going to get trapped up in this base here. And with that Immortal in the army, it could be fairly heavy, especially if he uses his Time Warp and his Sentry for the force field. Very good force fields there. Very, very smart there. I always forget which one is force fields and which one is the actual. So force fields are those. It's the Guardian Shield. I always forget the name of that there. Guardian Shield he was laying down there. But very good force fields to split that army out. Does enable him to take out and finish that army. They're continuing to send units down. Don't think that's the smartest of ideas, as they do not have a bulky units at the very top now. So these units coming up good. Very good force field. Sage, impressive. He's playing much better than he did in the last game that he submitted up here. Banyo carried that team. And this it's like polar opposite. Sage is doing all the work here. Ends up really protecting Banyo big time there. But at the same time, when you're playing a team game, they focus one player. One of you is really going to look bad every time. So it does happen very often. So not to take anything away from either of these two players. They're playing very well. So very good defense. I like the fact they're not giving up. They haven't given up in any game. They show a lot of heart. They definitely don't give up on their games. So very well. Now they have defended this. Now we're going to see what's going to happen. Is Pinpin and Shaldor going to modify their build? At the same time, he did expand off of that, but expanded very late off of that. Should have expanded a lot earlier, so it doesn't really help a lot. But either way, both of them have an expansion going up. We're down the other end. Sage and Banyo really only have one base they're working on. Is continuing to go with that Immortal build there. Is putting down a couple more pylons. Down here, I would have to imagine we'll see Spine Crawlers, of course, and the spawning pool go right down again here. So we'll pull up the production tab here. Basically just Spine Crawlers and Queen right now. So really going to try and macro up as much as he can here. Would have to imagine that spawning pool will come down very soon here. Is getting an Overseer on the map here. They are amassing a bit of an army in the middle here. Not entirely sure what they're planning to do. I would like to see him tech up or at least get into some upgrades here. Yeah, running 0-0-0-0. Okay, so no upgrades at all for them. Either one of their units here. If we take a look at Sage here, he's got himself 0-0-0 at the same time as well. So none of these guys really going into a heavy upgrade game by no means there. They did get the metabolic boost, and I believe that Banyo does have an upgrade if we take a look here. No, he does have one, or he didn't have the range. Sorry, he did go melee, I do believe, if I remember correctly. And whether or not that melee finished, I am not entirely sure, but we will soon find out here, I'm sure. There we go. Units are moving across the map here. Sage with a very hefty army. Oh, they split up. Shaldor and Pinpin. They do not want to split their armies up here. They need to stay together because Sage will pick them off one by one. If they're going to elect to split up there, you should be able to take either one of these armies head on here. So Sage does back off. Very, very smart move with the two Immortals. Very strong. Wouldn't mind seeing him get one or two more in there. I do believe one might have just finished. No, he hasn't. Okay, so he still just got the two Immortals on the field. There they are splitting up again. They really need to come in together and try and get some sort of surround on Sage. Otherwise, Sage could, like I say, really take these guys up if they don't get a good surround on him. So here we go. They do get the Guardian Shield up there, and he is trying to work them away. Very good force field by Sage here, so really using very good micro skills here. Does have a lot of the sentries up front taking a lot of the damage, so very smart there. There's still a lot of force fields, and look at how he takes that army out. That's force fields could really be a game changer, even with the Time Warp. So, you know, if you can use your special abilities, you could really engage in much bigger armies and take them out there. So anyways, he did take most of that army down there. Could really turn around and micro these Stalkers to take out the rest. So they're going to retreat, which is very smart. So very well done by Sage so far, keeping him in the game. Banyo, in the meantime, has got the other one up, other base up, as well as Sage has a lot of drones going on his. So he's got two bases up. There's another big attack. He's warping out 4 units on the high ground. Very smart, keeping the pylon right there. So very well done there. Let's see if we can find out what Banyo's electing to go. He is going with the same build again. Still going to get the Evil Chamber, and also has the spawning pool down, of course, which he does need. If we take a look up here, he does have a little bit of vision on the high ground with the Overseer. So very smart to take down the little bit of buildings that he can there. Does take down that pylon. Does have 2 pylons here, so very smart, avoiding the Artosis pylon. They're really swarming around here, really putting the pressure on here. Up here, he does have the expansion going, but he hasn't done anything on it. His macro game is really lacking for Shaldor, so not very impressive at all. They did get the early pressure. We're well out ahead, but like I say, they didn't macro off of it at all, and that's what kills a lot of people in the lower leagues, is you got to learn to, if you're going to attack, you at the same time have to be macroing. You have to be expanding off it. You have to be building more workers off of it. Even though you're putting the pressure on, you still have to do so, because if you don't, you're going to go back and they fend it off. You have nothing, and that's essentially what we're seeing here. Finally getting some probes down there, so very good there. Up here, it did look like they just basically took out the guys at Naga Tower. Banyo now has some units on the field. Does he have metabolic boost on these ones? I do not believe that he does. I can't even get a hold of one of those dogs. There's so freaking many of them. Anyways, he does get the dogs across the field. Did have 0-0. Okay, so he never did get his upgrade there. And I do not believe that he has metabolic boost, but we will soon find out here. Oh, he does have the metabolic boost there, so doesn't have the adrenal glands there, but does have the metabolic boost. They're all running around the map here, and I guess that's what the wings would have told me, so very poor by me for not seeing that there. So is getting as many worker kills as he can here. We may end up getting a spine crawler kill there, so very good. Looks like he did get canceled though. So he's trying to get in there, but lots of roaches trying to trap him in there, so really being a big harasser right now, and doing a very good job of it too. We'll get some more probe kills here, so very well done there. Might even be able to surround this Nexus if nobody wants to get in there and help. He's going to get as many worker kills as he can. Electing to continue to harass those two Zealots there, should be able to fend that off. So he's looking around trying to get as many kills as he can. Does run back and forth there. Wouldn't mind to see him go for that Nexus there, just because nobody was electing to hurt him. Too many spine crawlers, too many roaches. Might have now overextended himself here. Does see the double Evo chamber, so very, very helpful there. They're doubling the upgrades at the end for Pinpin there. So Pinpin doing very well. At the other end here, we do have the double forge as well. So very heavy on the upgrades is this game here, and it does look like he is finally moving back. Pinpin bringing his army back here. They're really going to try and clean these dogs up. It looks like they finally did, so very good cleanup for them there. Take a look at our production tab here. We do have range level 1 coming out for Pinpin. Do have the shields level 1 coming out for Sage, as well as the robo support facility. So he is electing to go with Colossi. It does appear at this point in time. He is also going the double forge as well here. Isn't getting one off the isn't getting the one forge going, but that's quite fine there. Ground armor level 1 for Shaldor. So he's doing quite the job in the upgrades. Very impressive with the upgrades in this game. I can't tell you, one of the players was gold. I can't remember which one. It was either Shaldor or Pinpin. And at this point in time, Sage and Banyo were both unranked going into this game here. So it might have been the start of a new season, or maybe very early in the release of HOTS. But I would have to imagine just shortly after the reset of the season. Here we go. They are moving across the map here. 3 Immortals in their army, so very strong. They're not moving together, are Banyo and Sage, which is a little bit surprising here. So they are splitting their armies up. You did see the harassment early. Didn't get followed up by Sage at all. But now Sage is going to stay on the middle map. They're basically getting rally points set up here. Do have a lot of dogs here. Dogs are very supportive in mass numbers, because they do become very distracting and do take a lot of shots. So don't take a lot of shots kill, but do take a lot of shots from the other army's attack there. There we go. Continuing to get across the map here is Sage here. I'm a little bit surprised Banyo isn't beating up in the middle there to try and get this organized here. It does look like a minor attack coming up here. Didn't do a whole heck of a lot. That one queen did fend off those little bit of dogs there. There he goes. He is going to move here. Does know there's nothing at that expansion, so I have to imagine he's probably going up to kill that expansion. We'll soon find out here as he does go straight up, and it does look like, yes, he knows nobody's there. So at the very worst, he might draw some attacks, allowing Sage to get into the middle here. So he's going to go for that. This should allow these units to start reacting, or they might just consider it a loss. Pinpin might just leave it there. There they go. Do get detected with the Overseer, so do get rid of that Observer there. Sage sees what he wants to see. Now he's going to go in there. Needs a good force field here to really engage this attack here. That is a lot of units. Gets the force field he needs there. Really splits them up pretty good there. Doesn't have any legs there, Zealot legs there, so definitely not getting the rush by the Zealots there. So they are actually walking through the force field slowly. Very bad move by Pinpin there. He did lose a few roaches more than he needed to there by walking them up there in almost single file. There they go. Dude ended up chasing them out there. Does realize there's way too many roaches up there. Really needs to get those dogs in the front. That would really enable those Immortals to do a lot of damage while the dogs end up taking the brute of the force there. They're going to get back there. They're going to regroup themselves right in the middle of the map here. Or at least Banyo's going to regroup himself. Sage is going to tell himself and just walk off there. Okay, fair enough. So he's going to walk back to the middle here, regroup, determine what he wants to do at this point in time. He's doing a big probe transfer and also expanding over here, so very smart. At the same time, we do have a lot of lonely dogs in the middle map here, and they are starting to move out here. So they're moving out. Shaldor is moving out. Pinpin's going to stand there, still sticking to his straight roach build. Does have the layer technology just finished there, so we'll soon find out if he elects to go with any sort of Muta or Infestor. As elected to go Hydra. So he's going to go with Hydra there. We'll end up getting the range attack, which is pretty much a necessity when you are going Hydra. There we go. Does plant down 2 more gateways here, so he's doing a very good job so far. Take a look at the economy here for spending. They are fairly close on both teams here, so nobody really way out in front there, which isn't very, very surprising at all. If we look at the structure tab here, we see we are running the two Robo for Banyo there with the Robo support facility. I still don't believe we've seen any Colossi on the field. Obviously has the Twilight Council and the 2 forges there. Do get a Dark Shrine at Shaldor, so very, very smart there. He's getting into something tricking. Nothing happening. Oh, did we end up getting? No, we didn't. Don't have any sort of layer technology out for Banyo there, which is a little bit surprising. Does have the layer, but just doesn't have the technology buildings for it. We'll take a look back at our units tab here, just get a little bit of comparison there. Now it does have 4 immortals on the field, so really getting that immortal count right up there. A little bit surprised we haven't got into the colossi at this point in time. He does have the robo support facility. There we go. Is getting 2 colossi out there, so very, very smart move there. Is amassing a very big army. Has 2 already. Sorry I missed that on the units tab there. There. 2 of them are on the field. Still sticking to the roaches, getting a little bit of Hydra in there, 24-6 to the Roach and Hydra build for Pinpin. Just sticking Stalkers. Very interesting, especially this late in the game, 22 minutes in the game. Shaldor is just going straight Stalkers with gateway units. You know, they're all gateway units. Does have a few sentries on the map here and does have a couple Zealots. So he's spreading out all these dogs at the same time. Banyo's really going straight dogs. I don't think I've seen that many dogs in a very long time. 116 dogs in the field here. Is going to bring a lot of those dogs up to the top here. They're going to get rid of this expansion, so very good. Take out that gold expansion before it gets up. Don't believe he's going to get over here in time to defend that off here. He's going to try, though. Whether or not it'll happen to be very, very close, he really should focus it down, and he does there. We'll end up getting those dogs out of here. Always nice to have that metabolic boost on there. Gets them out of there right away. Down at the other end here, we'll take a look. All these dogs are still going to sit here. And Sage is just amassing up a very big army, which is really, I think, it's going to start to be a downfall for Pinpin and Shaldor. They're not teching up at all. The Roach Hydra is a very smart build, but Shaldor really needs to start getting into the bigger units. There he goes. Finally getting something different. Has some Void Rays coming on the field here. Did he elect to go anything off that Twilight Council? Let's take a look here. Does have Blink. So he did elect to go Blink Stalker. These dogs are really becoming a nuisance there. He's trying to rebuild. Shaldor will try and get that built up. There's all the dogs going in the main there. They're going to create a lot of a nuisance here. It's going to draw the whole army back here for Shaldor. They'll end up taking out these roaches in the middle here. Oh, they actually elected to leave them. So they're actually going to go for the expansion, try and take out all the workers they can. Don't know if that's very smart, as the attack command will essentially try and wear out the attacking units before it wears out the probes there. So we'll end up getting tracked in here. A lot of stalkers coming in. At the same time, Sage is moving up here. Sage will massacre through this gold expansion here. Now they realize how much big trouble they're in here. Pinpin's going to try and engage this. I don't think it's going to be enough. Just way too many colossi in the army. Yes, he is trying to surpass it. I almost think he's looking to go for a base race here. Down the other end here, Banyo is doing as much as he can. He did force field around the Nexus there, trying to save it. Isn't going to work there, as he should be able to kill that off there. Yes, he does end up killing that off here. Sage, in the meantime, is going to kill that expansion off. Here we go. The army in the middle did realize Banyo went Muta. Very smart by Banyo. Realized there was a heavy roach dose on the field here. So here, Muta, very smart by you, Banyo. Faking me out with 106 dogs. And then to a Muta, so very, very smart. He'll end up chasing them all down here. Either way, this is one hefty army by Sage. Wowzer has 177 out of 200 foreign army, so very, very smart there. We'll pull everything out of the way here. There we go. We are going to get in there. That will melt them away. Just way too many colossi for those roaches there. So that is just going to kill this army. Shaldor is going to try and get in there. Lots of immortals in there doing a lot of damage too. Does have some archons, so very, very smart grabbing the archons here. Now the colossi are going to focus on to Shaldor's army here. They should be able to massacre that quite easily. There they go. GG. Very good manners by these guys here. Very good game. My congrats to you, Banyo and Sage. And my condolences to you, Pinpin and Shaldor. Just remember, I always thought ninjas carried the baseball bats, which I thought was very odd. But at the same time, I don't think frogs should carry packs of little sausages either, which is kind of weird. But either way, I will leave you with this. If you're going to leave the curtain open, you're going to drink out of the right-hand side of the cup. Make sure you don't wear the wrong hat, because the gloves are going on backwards tonight. Thanks so much for watching. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.